So by the end of this video, you will know exactly what type of content you need to post to start landing 2 to 5K a month content agency clients as well. So just so you know that we actually have done this ourselves, here are a bunch of discovery calls for our content agency, and this is just all in August. So as you can see, on some days we are booking even like 4 calls, some days it's only 1, some days it's 3, but we are consistently booking calls. And this is a hybrid of both inbound and outbound as well. In this video, you will learn exactly what to do on the inbound side, aka building your brand, personal brand side, to be able to start getting similar results to this and scale up to 20, 30, 50K a month with your content agency as well. So let's jump right into it. What are the platforms that we are going to be posting on? Well, we have YouTube, we have X, and then we have LinkedIn, IG, and Facebook, which I kind of group together because they're very similar in the sense of like what kind of content you can post in there. Now, this is all my opinion, right? So there's no right or wrong way to go about it, but this has worked pretty well for us. So I'm just going to be walking you guys through it. Now, let's start with YouTube first. So what should you post on YouTube? Well, this is first of all Greg, right? He is actually the case study who I'm going to be breaking down in this video, and his YouTube agency is Brandive. And as you can see, this is his channel, right? And Greg is my business partner with Grow Creatives. So that's why we are breaking down his actual social medias. So you can see this is how it's branded. It's clearly targeted towards agency owners and coaches who want to start a YouTube channel and get more clients from there. So all the content, all the branding is specifically made to appeal to that target audience. So that's the first thing, is you want to have a really clear avatar of who you're trying to help. Who are you actually targeting with all your content, right? So YouTube, there are 3 main categories of content that you want to be putting out. Number 1, client interviews. So these are going to be your biggest cash cows. In these kind of videos, basically all you do is you interview your clients in a 10 to 30 minute format maximum, right? Where they basically tell everybody their experience of what it's been like to use YouTube, what their experience has been like working with you, what kind of results have they got. And they are basically selling people who watch this video on the idea of not only doing YouTube or whatever platform it is that you are selling. If you're selling Instagram or TikTok, it will still work. And also they are selling people on the idea of working with you specifically because of the amazing result that they got working with you. Now, the great thing about these client interviews and testimonials in general is that people will actually believe them. Because if you tell someone how great your service is, people don't really believe it. But if your clients say how amazing it is, people will believe that. So client interviews are one of the best things that you can do. So if you have clients who you have gotten great results for, try to get them to do a quick 10 to 15 minute long interview with you and post that on your channel and let that be a case study for you, right? And for everybody else to see how amazing your service is. Then we have actual case studies and breakdowns. So these can be client results that you have gotten where you break down the exact strategy that you use for them, or you can even do it for other bigger people. Let's say you do a case study or a breakdown of Hormozi's content strategy. So you can also kind of like use his name to get some more attention, but at the same time give value to people by breaking down a certain strategy that he uses, or trying to give some sort of specific advice or thing that they can take away from it and implement on their own as well. So case studies and breakdown videos are another amazing way to not only get people's trust, but you can also really like showcase your expertise in these type of videos. So technically, even this video that I'm making right now is a breakdown or a case study of how we can book 3 to 5 calls every single day, right? And that just is showing you that I actually know what I'm talking about and that we actually have done this. So you can think of it the same exact way for whatever type of service that you're selling, really. Then we have the third kind of category, which is tutorials or educational videos. So here's one which is related to the service we're selling, which is how to use YouTube to sign 5 to 10K a month agency clients. So this is clearly targeted towards agency owners who want to be getting more clients and they want to use YouTube for it. So in this one, Greg is just teaching people the exact process to use. And then, by the end of it, they have gotten value from it. So when he proposes the idea of like, hey, if you don't want to do this on your own, we can do this for you in a done for you service, people will be more open to the idea of that. and they are more likely to book a call and actually work with us, right? So these are the three key categories that I really think are amazing. So client interviews, case studies or breakdown videos, and just in general, more like tutorial educational videos are also great. What are the benefits of YouTube? So first of all, you get really high quality leads from YouTube, right? So the type of people who are on YouTube, who watch these kind of videos like I was talking about right here, are definitely the higher income earners, generally speaking. So you will get great quality leads who are already very bought into your service, right? If they booked a call after watching a long form video of yours, they're very likely to buy. So that's one of my favorite parts, is that it's easier to sell them on the call. They are higher quality buyers in general, generally speaking. And also there's just a lot of trust, right? Then the second thing I love about YouTube is that it's actually scalable. So because of the fact that one video can live for a long time period, right? It can be evergreen. It can keep booking you calls for months on end. The more videos you put out, the more calls you can start booking from it. So it can be scaled if you add time and consistency into the equation, right? Then it's also pretty high leverage because of that exact same thing, that a video that you make can live for years to come. It's a very high leverage activity for you to do, because you never know. If you make one amazing YouTube video, it could bring you in 50, 100K or even more in deals in the long term. So, to invest, let's say 2 hours into making a banger video that can bring you hundreds of thousands in revenue potentially in the future, it's pretty worth it, right? It's pretty high leverage. Then also the long-term reliability is great. So once you have built out a channel which gets views every single month, it can be pretty damn consistent, and it will book you calls consistently. Like, I know of plenty of people who've built up their agencies to hundreds of thousands a month pretty much strictly off of the back of their YouTube channel. And even if they don't upload at all for a whole month or 2 months, they will still have like 4 clients a month coming to them because of the backlog of videos that they've built out. So this is a super big pro as well. Now let's talk about the cons for a second. So first one is it's pretty high skill barrier. If you don't know what you're doing, if you have no knowledge on the thing you're actually offering, it's gonna be hard to make educational videos around it because you will look like a fool. So you need to be actually pretty good at what you are doing, or you need to just focus on more so like breaking down other people's strategies and only doing client interviews with the result that you have got so far. You don't really want to be like teaching people something you don't actually know or have done, right? Then the next thing is it takes some time to start getting clients from it. So for the first, let's say 6 months of me having done YouTube, I've seen pretty much 0 results from it. So it is definitely something where you need to, have a long-term mindset with it and understand that it does take time for YouTube to start compounding and really bring you the fruits of your labor. And then also it's, again, a big time and effort investment. So it's not something where you just make a video and then immediately it's going to blow up. It might happen, but it's not very likely. So you need to understand that, okay, this is going to take some time. It's going to be a lot of time and effort I need to invest into it, but it will be worth it in the long term as long as you stay consistent with it. So who is it for? I would say for people who are already at like 2-3K a month to even 15 to 20 a month, and you really want to scale, like you're a long-term player, you want to build something big and get to 50K, 100K months with your agency. I think it's definitely something you should start investing time into at that point. Once you are already above, the poverty line, I don't know how else to say it. Like if you're fighting for your first few clients, all you have to do is just go all out on outreach and some of the other platforms where there's a quicker conversion and get up to 3 to 5K a month at least, right? And then after that, I would really start focusing also more on YouTube and putting energy into that. So YouTube, overall, amazing platform, highly recommended for anybody who's not just a complete beginner. And it's a really good skill as well to learn in general. Then we have X, okay, or formerly known as Twitter. So here's Greg's Twitter profile. As you can see, it's also nicely optimized, clear bio, and taking people over to YouTube actually to really indoctrinate themselves there and build up that trust. So when it comes to X, it's actually a really amazing platform in my opinion, especially for content agency owners. There are 4 specific type of posts that I wanted to showcase in here that you could do. There's a lot more as well that you can do, but these are some formats that you can really easily recreate yourself. So first one is a lifestyle / like personal story type of post. So here's one from Greg when he did like cycling competition type of thing. So why are these even worth doing? Well, simply because it shows your human side, right? It shows to potential clients that you're an actually cool person. You're actually not just a robot behind a screen. And people want to work with people that they like and that they can resonate with. So these kind of posts can be amazing for building up that trust factor and that liking factor. Then we have interactions or breakdowns of other people. So if you're interacting with other people's viral posts, like actually adding something to the conversation, right? Doing a reply that you actually put some effort into, you can get a lot of impressions on Twitter relatively easily with that. So that's something you definitely want to like start doing, is interacting with posts which are doing well in the niche that you are in, because you could have potential ideal clients getting their eyeballs on your comment. And if they think that you actually added something cool to the conversation, they might click on your profile, they might start scrolling through it, and they might realize like, shit, I want help with what this guy does. Let me book a call with him, right? So here's an example of Greg doing a quick like breakdown on one of Hormozi's videos. Okay, cool. Next up, we have client results and threads on how we got client results. So this is huge. One of the best ways to, again, get more calls and book deals and book clients is through posting your client results. So if you're not doing that, go ahead, post as many client results as you can, whether that's an actual screenshot from their YouTube manager, let's say, whether that's a positive feedback or a comment that you got from them on Slack, whether it's a testimonial. Just post as many results, testimonials, case studies as you can. Twitter is an amazing platform for that, and it will really differentiate you from everybody who's just all talk, right? Then we have another like optional one, which is like lead gen / giveaway. Now, this guy is actually a video editor, not necessarily an agency, who's been in my program, Marco. And, you can see that on this one video that he posted, which was just like a giveaway, he got 10 million impressions. That's insane, right? Now, what I would like really caution you guys with is this one was like a free text and subtitles pack giveaway. So this probably didn't bring him that many clients, but I know he got some, right? But most of the people he has probably reached with this were other video editors. So if you are going to do some sort of a lead gen giveaway like this one, you can get a lot of impressions. If it gets reshared, people interact with it a lot. You can get tons of traffic onto your page, which is great, but you want to make sure that it's something that's relevant to your actual target avatar. It's actually relevant to people in your niche. So you are getting people onto your profile who could actually potentially buy from you, and you're not just getting other content agencies or editors necessarily. Now, when it comes to the benefits of X, number one, you have DMs. So that's a huge benefit over YouTube. If YouTube had DMs as well, it would be so OP, but you don't, unfortunately. So that's great about X, because you can, get direct communication with people, and in general, it's like easier to convert people to actual booked calls once they gave you a follow or once they interacted with anything that you posted. Then we have high quality audience on X as well. So in general, X is more of a text-based platform, not so much just brain rot short form content. So the people who are on X are in general like higher quality people, in the sense that they're more educated, they make more money, they're more like based, disciplined, whatever you want to call it, right? So yeah, in general, like you will find a lot better quality audience on X in terms of just the business sense, right? Like quality of leads. I'm not saying like quality of person, but yeah, quality of leads compared to something like the people who use only TikTok or Instagram Shorts. Then also, it's very fast to make content on X. Like you could literally just whip out your phone, write a quick tweet, post it, and you could get impressions on it. So it's something that you can do on the go, quick. It's fast paced. I like that part about it. It's also relatively easy to get exposure on Twitter. So if you make a banger post, it could get pushed out even if you don't have a lot of followers. Now, it is tough to build up a following on Twitter, but again, because of the fact that the audience is pretty high quality, if you have just 1,000 quality followers who are in your exact space, right, you could make thousands of dollars a month just from that. Now, when it comes to the cons of X, which I could think of, it needs a lot of volume, so it could easily be a distracting thing, right, throughout your day. Like, you want to be posting a lot of tweets, ideally, every single day. So if you're someone who's prone to get distracted and scroll, you might want to be like looking into scheduling them or only doing it on your computer, because even I know, like, sometimes it's easy to get sucked into a infinite scroll when I'm just trying to make a quick post. Then there's also a lot of competition, not gonna lie, on Twitter, but it's still not as bad as something like Instagram. And also there are some, more and more strict restrictions around like how many people you can DM every day and all of that. And you can get your account restricted pretty quickly. So that's something you want to look into, like the actual guidelines and making sure that you're sticking within those. And who I recommend it for? Well, basically anyone who's looking to get like some more high ticket clients. There's a lot of really, really amazing business owners on Twitter. So it's definitely an audience that you can tap into. And then third, we have LinkedIn, IG, and Facebook. Now, the reason I kind of group these platforms together is because the truth is that if you are an agency owner first and not a content creator, unless you are already at that point where you have managers and everything, I know that you need to work with your clients. I know that you need to work on your outbound. So you probably won't have time to create fully custom content for LinkedIn, for IG, for Facebook, for Twitter, for YouTube. So a lot of this stuff you will want to repurpose across platforms, because otherwise it's going to be insane amounts of resources, aka money, or insane amounts of time and effort. So we want to be as optimized as possible. So a lot of this stuff we will want to repurpose across multiple platforms. Here's Greg's LinkedIn as an example. This books us a lot of calls, like 16 calls even in some months. Really decent quality as well, so that's amazing. And then we have Instagram in here as well. Now, Instagram, to be honest, I'm starting to like it less and less, because now it's very easy to go into like the hidden request part as well, where nobody will see your outreach. And just in general, it's so many people are DMing there. Not saying it doesn't work, it definitely does work, but I don't know. I'm just liking it less and less, to be honest, every single month. But regardless, you want to be omnipresent ideally and get to your clients from every single angle. So just a couple of type of posts that you can do on these platforms as well: personal/lifestyle, just like on Twitter. Client results, testimonials, little educational videos as well are great. And also another format that can work really well is the before and after posts, right? So here's an example where you have an edit, the before, the after, the timeline, and sometimes these can get tons of views and bring in some decent quality leads as well, right? So there you go. Here are the three key kind of like platforms, and obviously within here I grouped three together. So technically it would be 5 platforms that you can post on, exactly what type of content to make on each one of them. And if you do this consistently for 3 months, 4 months, and you're posting a lot of volume as well, high quality stuff, you will start landing clients from it, and you will be able to start booking calls like this, which then can turn into thousands and thousands of dollars in monthly revenue added to your business every single month. Now, if you do want help with not only implementing all of this, but just making sure your offer is dialed, your acquisition channels are dialed, and you want to make sure that you are really building a content agency that can scale to 20, 30, 50K months, then you can check the first link in the description below, where you can book a call with me directly and see if you would be a good fit for a high-level program, Grow Creatives, where we help you to do that exactly and scale your business to that level as well. It's both me and Greg as well, who you can learn from. And, we have done this process over and over again across dozens of creative agencies. So if you want some help with that, check that link out. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one.